Don't
go on there
us.
and hack his Facebook and call other people rude names
Oh,
that he
please
knows.
don't do that. That'd be so rude. Don't call people rude names.
Okay, call people really nice names that he knows.
Make it really, really awkward. Just be like too nice.
Like, I always appreciated those back rubs you gave me. Or that one time you touched my shoulder is a memory I cherish. That one's fun.
Now for our feature presentation.
Hello and welcome to another episode of How
How I Met Your Mother.
Sorry. Hello and welcome to another episode of How About That Movie? We're doing The Thing. 1982 is when The Thing came out. We're doing The Thing.
That thing, that thing, that thing.
I hate you.
Directed by John Carpenter.
Thank you. Who's in it?
Well, John Carpenter did the Escape movies.
Oh, that's
first
right.
of all. He also did They Live, Big Trouble in Little China, and the original Halloween.
So, from the sounds of what you're saying, it sounds like John Carpenter really likes Kurt Russell Crowe.
Yep.
Sweet.
Sure does. Speaking of Kurt Russell Crowe, he's in this movie as McCready. He also got Wilford Brimley and Keith David, among a multitude of other actors.
Yes, but those are the important ones.
Yes.
Kurt Russell Crowe, Captain Diabetes, and the
It's
man with
just
the
Kurt
golden
Russell.
voice.
Kurt
Just
Russell is
What?
the shining star of this movie, obviously.
What?
Because Kurt
It's
Russell
just
is
Kurt
awesome.
Russell, because y'all...
It's Kurt Russell Crowe.
Just so they're not
No,
confused.
it's Kurt Russell Crowe.
Yeah, he played on that fucking movie.
Yeah.
You know, the one where he's in ancient Rome?
I think it's called
And he plays in a big giant stone circle.
I think it's called like Kurt Russell Crowe in ancient times.
Yeah.
And there's
Kurt
the
Russell
one
Crowe
where he was like a boxer.
Enters in gladiatorial combat
Yeah.
with a bunch of
Yes.
post-apocalyptic
Kurt Russell Crowe,
prisoners of an island.
Captain Diabetes, and the man with the golden voice.
Captain Diabetes.
Diabetes. I don't have to do a finger stash anymore because I technically have a mustache.
But it's not big, bristly, and white.
It's because I don't grow a mustache that well. Ow, fuck, this table is so hard. It's like a table.
It's as hard as a table.
It's as hard as a table.
This table's got wood.
You like this movie so much, Tyson? What's it about?
I do like this movie so much. This movie is about a bunch of people in Antarctica who are part of a research team. And they come into contact with an alien being who digests its victims and gains the ability to imitate them perfectly. So, this alien's been frozen underneath the Arctic ice for thousands of years after crash landing, and it's found by Norwegians and then chased into the American research facility where our movie takes place.
So the Norwegians did better than the Americans in that they chased it off, supposedly.
Well, they
The
also
one-
all died, didn't they?
They all died, but not to the alien. There was two left who were chasing the alien. One of them blew up outside the helicopter and the other one got shot.
Okay.
So they fared a little bit better than the Americans did in getting rid of this thing.
Well, yeah. Depends on how you view the ending of the movie. But yeah, I'd say so.
Because they went to the Norwegian camp, and it was still pretty, set up, right? So, say the two got rid of the thing, they would have been able to go back and be fine.
Probably.
Fair assumption.
But they just pushed off the husky onto the Americans,
Mm-hmm.
where danger ensued.
Yep. Much danger ensued.
That's the kind of thing about these types of like stories too, where you just don't know what you can trust. They're exhilarating. Never know who you can trust. This one, I didn't get that as much with Kurt Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
I would prefer it if there's like everyone, you're like, oh man, who? But I mean, Kurt Russell Crowe was pretty. I mean, I felt like they were trying to make it so you couldn't trust him, but I just trusted him.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious that Kurt Russell was human the entire time.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, I'm not knocking the movie for that. I still think it was awesome, and I like that kind of misdirection.
Yeah.
Like movies when you don't know what the hell's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Kurt Russell could have been the alien the entire time and set up this whole elaborate thing so that they agree to burn down the camp and that they just wait out until the rescue team comes. That's one theory.
It's a good point.
But
he tested his blood.
Yeah, that's true. He tested his blood.
I don't remember seeing his blood get drawn, though.
Well,
I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I
you
don't remember seeing his blood get like pulled. Like when they cut everyone up, I didn't see them cut him.
Yeah, you only see like 3 people get their blood drawn.
Yeah.
Out of the like 7 that were in that room.
Yeah.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
So.
But like, no, I guess it would still make sense. Like he did his, and then he was like, okay, you cut everyone up now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
I guess that would still work.
Mm-hmm.
If nobody saw him get his blood drawn, everybody would call bullshit.
Yeah.
Because everybody was calling bullshit on everything anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I would too. I would be desperately avoiding.
Trying to be taken over.
Yeah. Also, why do they keep splitting up?
That's one of the major things that I have a problem with this movie.
Just
like,
stay
wouldn't
together.
you just stay together?
Stay in one room.
Yeah.
Monitor each other. And you'll know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like they said like explicitly like it needs time to do its thing. So like,
Yeah.
just fucking
Check in like every 15 minutes and partner up.
it's ridiculous.
Mm.
Ridiculous.
So I have a question about the bunker that was under the shack. Was Wilford Brimley a creature, a thing, for a long time?
I'd say yeah. Probably since before he started messing everything up, like the helicopter and the radios and stuff.
So, but not like before the husky comes.
Yeah, no, not before the husky comes.
No, because
So it's
that was
only-
their first interaction.
So it was only a few days for him to dig out that whole thing under the shack and start making the ship and all of that.
Yeah, well, you also got to remember that the alien has probably been to like several different worlds with several different types of aliens that are all in its memory. It can transform into them at any point.
This fungus-like alien that is completely conscious in every cell
Mm-hmm.
that can spread itself.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will take that answer because it seemed like maybe Wilford Brimley might have been a thing before that, with how advanced his under shack bunker was.
Yeah.
How advanced his underwear are. Speaking of underwear, no, we're not sponsored.
We are not sponsored by MeUndies.
No one wants to give us money. Anything else on that part? The plot hole banner part?
No, just questions.
Okay. Tyson. What's the numbers of the movie?
Well, the numbers of this movie is the budget was estimated at $15 million. However, it only made $13.7 million.
Yikes.
So it actually lost a bit of money. Its opening weekend was only $3 million. So, however its initial release went over, it's definitely gained a significant cult following, which spawned a remake a few years ago.
Yeah, it was the 42nd highest grossing domestic movie, which means probably a lot of other movies lost money in 1982, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
And it was the 23rd highest grossing R-rated movie of the year. Yeah, like you were saying, it wasn't well received, but its cult following has been. It's really become a big one. It's like a classic movie, go-to movie at this point.
Mm-hmm.
When talking to my dad about us doing scary movies and stuff, and I mentioned that we were doing The Thing, he said that it was one that he watched many, many times because it was one of 3 movies they had on site when he was serving over in Germany. So, 3 movies for a whole camp. He saw The Thing many times.
What were the other movies?
I didn't ask.
What kind of journalist are you?
That was just a tidbit of information because he said that he had watched it many, many times. And I'm like, well, hopefully it's a good one. And he shrugged.
Anyone that knows your father knows that is a glowing recommendation. I had to center myself again. I was just going to start laughing. Tyson, what's your favorite scene in this movie?
My favorite scene in this movie is probably when the doctor is trying to revive the dude who had the heart attack, who's also the Thing. And then his fucking torso opens up and he bites his arms off. And then all the fucking tentacles and shit happen. Light him on fire, and then his head separates, and it's like a fucking alien bug. That is one of my favorite scenes.
It's so ridiculous.
It was so cheese.
It's so good.
It was good. It was good.
I love it. I love all the practical effects that went into that. It was quite awesome.
Quite.
The dog part was one of the scariest parts of the movie.
Oh, yeah,
and it also made me super sad. Because the puppos don't deserve it. But my favorite scene... probably the blood testing scene. It spooked me. And it's...
love suspense and tension in that scene.
Yep. And I was on the edge of my seat, and I was like, okay, what's going to go down? What is happening? And stuff went down.
Stuff was happening.
Yep.
Daxton actually said, watch Nothing Happens to the Blood. I had to keep my fucking...
Composure.
Yeah, I had to keep my mouth shut, because I'm like, this is an iconic part of this movie.
I just thought that it would be funny if he had this whole plan and it didn't work, because they all at that point thought he was the Thing.
Yeah.
Remember that time he killed a guy?
He did come at him with a scalpel.
I'd have shot him too. Not judging him. I'm just stating he did murder a man.
So he was human. That makes you a murderer. He was trying to stab me.
My favorite scene is also the blood test. It's also the director's favorite scene. So, I mean, we're pretty cool. I would also say the scene where the dog's getting called and you just see the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
I think that scene's really cool. Not just because it's oh no, but also the work that went into it. When they shot the scene, John Carpenter wanted to make sure no one would know who it was based on the shadow. So he had someone that wasn't a part of the cast call the dog. So I thought that was cool too. I mean, really, even if you had Kurt Russell do it, you still could have said that whoever did it. But
yeah.
I just thought it was cool, Carly. Hater. Carly! What would you score this movie and would you recommend it?
It's an older movie, so it's a little cheesy. But I respect all of the work they put into it. I would probably give it a 7 out of 13 because it's spooky. And I would recommend it to people that like creature features. If you like Tremors or any of those, then you can watch this one.
Me next.
What would you score this movie and would you recommend it?
Honestly, I'd give it a 10 out of 13. Personally, because it's also, like Evil Dead, one of the movies that made me love movies, especially practical effects. It's just so well done. Um, and it's a scary movie. And I'm a huge fan of creature features. So, I mean, all around, it's a fucking win for me. Um, and I recommend it to everybody. Like, when people bring up horror movies, one of the first ones out of my mouth is The Thing. Because it's really good. Practical effects are on point. The tension is amazing. It doesn't rely on jump scares. It's just an all-around great movie for me and people with the, like, similar tastes in horror movies.
Makes sense.
6 minutes.
What about you, Daxton?
I was gonna give it a 6 out of 13, but I just kept thinking about it, and it definitely is better than a 6 out of 13. It's the storyline is, I mean, I kind of already alluded to it. It's anything that can keep you guessing is something that I respect and appreciate in a movie, and all the work that went into it. The practical effects are cheesy, but it's 1982. They were good for 1982. So I would definitely have to give this a 7 out of 13, maybe even an 8 out of 13. I definitely recommend watching it. I mean, same thing that I said about Evil Dead and that you just said was, like, if you respect the art of making a movie, that watch this movie. But yeah, I would say a 7. A 7 out of 13. But like a high 7?
The storyline is pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
Because anytime you are with a group of people out without contact to civilization and shit can happen, it's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on a boat, terrifying. Up in space, terrifying. I don't like not having consistent contact and backup at a reasonable distance away.
Why do you think I never leave the house?
Something happen to you at the house too.
No, I'm safe here.
But I'm never gonna go to Antarctica.
I get under my blankets and it's
Guarantee
perfectly
that?
safe.
I'd like to go to Antarctica.
Yeah, it's so cold.
Mm-hmm. It's like 120 below.
Yeah, that's like 162 cold.
It's like the opposite of, like, summer in Afghanistan. Fun facts. We got some facts and they're fun.
Fun facts!
They're facts and they're fun.
Yeah! The fun facts for this movie were so bad.
Yeah.
There was a lot of good ones. But, like, just to give you an example of some of the shitty ones, there's a character named Mac and a character named Windows. But because the movie was made in 1982, this is purely coincidental. That was a fun fact for this movie. Why?
Just complete reaching.
Yeah. John Carpenter does say this is his favorite film. Keith David had a broken hand, which is why he was always wearing gloves. Another kind of dumb one. You know where I would wear gloves at all times?
Antarctica.
Antarctica. And the film was banned for a good portion of time after its theatrical release in Finland. It's like a good banning story. That's what I got. For fun facts! Facts and they're fun! Fun facts!
They're fun and they're facts.
And they...
Yeah?
Maybe. You guys have any other... I know you know a lot of other movies. Do you have any fun facts you wanted to throw in?
One of my favorite theories about the end scene of the movie, where it's just Keith David and Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell has a bottle. Now, you saw earlier in the scene previously, or a couple scenes earlier, that he was lighting up a bunch of Molotovs and throwing them into rooms to burn down the complex. So one theory is that this was an unused Molotov, and he gave it to Keith David to see if he would react to it being gasoline inside the bottle instead of liquor. So Keith David's character takes a drink and doesn't react, and then Kurt Russell's character kind of like laughs a bit. You know, and one of my favorite theories is that Kurt Russell did that because he wanted to test if Keith David's character was the Thing, and the Thing would drink gasoline and not really think anything of it, but a human would drink gasoline and immediately spit it out because it's fucking gasoline.
Right.
So, the theory is that, you know, Keith David's the Thing at the end of the movie. And Kurt Russell was testing it.
I'd be very surprised if Keith David was not the Thing.
Yeah.
I'm very convinced with how the story transpired if he was not.
Yep.
He was in the compound where we know a Thing was for a period of time alone.
Mm-hmm.
It's got my thingy. I can't get it out. It's stuck. He's gonna eat it off. Oh no, he ate it off. Oh my god.
You're gonna turn into a pumpkin.
She was right.
How did this thing spread? Was it just by getting its juices on you?
No.
Well, it can infect you at a cellular level. So, like, one cell of it can take over one cell of yours, and then those two cells can take over two more cells. You know, it's just exponential.
The fungus can spread.
Mm-hmm.
I like to refer to the aliens as a fungus.
Because you're racist.
That's just how the fungus works.
Stevie, you're not racist. I love you.
Check your privilege at the door. Oh my god, you just ruined
it's
the
a massacre!
set. Yeah, that's all I got.
Alright. I think we're done. What's the next movie, you guys? I don't know. We'll go find out.
Hold on, I got it right here.
Too late, I'm gonna beat you to
No,
it.
I got it right here.
I'm gonna beat you to it.
No, fuck you. No, I got it right here. No, I got it right here. Hold on.
Jeepers Creepers
No,
3.
no. It is Jeepers Creepers.
Next time on the Spooktacular Spooktesticle.
We're gonna
Next time on How About This Movie Ballsy?
we're gonna find Jeepers Creepers 3.
It's on Netflix.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
That's why I picked it. Because it was on Netflix and we were looking at shit on Netflix. I was like, oh yeah, we'll just do that because I don't fucking know.
Picked it like a nose. Or a butt.
What?
Or your friend's butt.
What? So next time with the Jeepers Creepers 3.
Jeepers
Stop.
Creepers.
You're scaring me. Stop! You guys! You're scaring me!
Where'd you get those out?
Thanks for watching, guys. I'm definitely not a thing. I'm definitely a human. Remember to like and subscribe to the videos and the pages. Remember to ding-a-ling-a-ding that bell.
Ding-a-ling, ding dong.
That bell. Remember to comment down below what movie it is that you want us to review. Remember to like our Facebook page. The only thing we post on there is links to the videos. Remember to follow us on Twitter. The only thing we post on there is links to the videos. Remember to follow our Instagram. We actually post some stuff on there, but it's all just to get you here. We have the How About This Movie channel. We have the Jekyll Studios main channel. I don't remember what we use that for, but we've got it. So subscribe to it. Shucks, man. And we've got gaming. That's right. We play video games too. Who'da thunk it? Me, Tyson, possibly Carly, all playing spooky games all October. Getting scared so you don't have to. So check all that stuff out. Tell us what movie you want us to watch after Jeepers Creepers 3. I mean, we won't listen because we have a full list, but do tell us what movie you want us to watch and we will watch it eventually.
Or suggestions for scary games, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, just what you're afraid of.
Ghost stories down below.
Maybe what's your favorite pizza topping? You know, just comment something.
What's your favorite position?
Don't comment that.
What's your favorite dish? I'm not going to cook it for you.
But I'll order it from there.
Zanzibar.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching, you guys. And as always, maybe we are at war with Norway. Carly's making a fidget candle. We're still doing spooky stuff because it's October. And we are cliche as everyone else.
Jackson's got a shadow beard.
I do. I feel like this lighting actually makes my beard look a little bit better too. So I fucks with it. I'm gonna see if I can get this lighting everywhere I go.
If spooky time could last all fall and not just October, like if we could have spooky time into November and like
Listen,
the first or the last half of September, I'd be about it.
I don't care if you extend spooky time into September, but Christmas is already encroaching into Thanksgiving. I don't need your bullshit Halloween encroaching into Thanksgiving.
It's not encroaching into Thanksgiving. It's just going to be like...
If it goes into November, it's encroaching into Thanksgiving.
5 days.
I don't care. I don't care.
4 days.
0 days. I will not waver.
Okay, 3 days.
0 days.
Okay, 5 days.
No, that's not how this works. I will give you guys all of September. We can be spooky.
$70.
We can be spooky in September and October, but I will not yield. November is my month. I like to eat, and I like to have an excuse to eat. I'm fat.
Is it your time of the month?
It's my time of the year, bruh.
Oh, okay.
Brett?
It's his most wonderful time of the year.
It's the most... I see what you did there. I've already done the intro.